Hey coin collectors, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to look at the 1975 Jefferson Nickel from the United States of America. Some of these can be worth as much as $5,000, and we're going to look at the mint marks and the non-mint marks, and we're going to talk about some of the coins that you can purchase online that have either a mint mark in the wrong place or they sell online as a no mint mark coin as if it has some special value to it. So let's start with that. At the Philadelphia Mint in 1975, they didn't put mint marks on coins. None on the front, none on the back. There were not mint marks on the Philadelphia nickels, so you're not going to find one there. There is a Denver Mint coin, and that has the D mint mark, and half of these you can't read. And I'll show you one where this mint mark is so far off, it's between the 5 and the ponytail of Jefferson. But first, let's take a look at that 1975 nickel. So here's the front. Let's take a look, and here's the back. And you can see that it has Monticello on the back, E pluribus unum. There's Monticello. It actually says it right underneath it, 5 cents, United States of America. And what you always look for on these is the steps in front of Monticello, and you can see that there are no steps. I'll show you some later on in this video that have the full steps, and you can see what the difference is. You'll also notice that by 1975, they have the FS underneath for Felix Schlag. In fact, 1975 was a year after Felix Schlag died. The designer of these nickels, which first came out in 1938, died in 1974. Are the Philadelphia nickels with no mint marks worth anything? Yes. The auction record is $3,000 for one of these. These are 21.2 millimeters in diameter and weigh 5 grams. They made $182 million at Philadelphia and $402 million at the Denver Mint. If you're looking for a Philadelphia one and get one in a Mint State 65 with full steps, it's only worth about $24. But if you can get it to a Mint State 67 plus, which is a very, very good quality coin, it's worth about $4,500. What about the Ds? What about this Denver Mint coin? And you can see there's a Denver D there. Here's another one there. If you ever get one that says it's a filled D, they're all filled. You might get one with a little bit of opening in it like this, but they're really, really hard to get. They're almost all kind of these blocky filled Ds. And you can see how, in general, these are supposed to be down below the 5, the bend in the 5 there, they're down in here. These ones move around a little bit back and forth, but it's pretty regular where they are, and you can see this one's a little bit more to the left than this one is, but this isn't going to be a value unless it's so far off. We also had talked a little bit about the Denver Mint coin with the mint mark in the wrong place. Let's take a look at that. Now here's the image from eBay, and you can see that this is a PCGS certified, and you actually have the certificate number there. And then when you look down at the mint mark, you can see it's stuck right in there between the back of Jefferson's ponytail and the 5, and it almost looks like on our coins, it doesn't even look like you could do that. But let's keep looking. And so it's on eBay. It is being sold by Jim's Coins Estate Treasures for $1,250 or best offer. Never seen anything like it. And let's look through. And in looking through our coins, we don't have anything that's even close to being that far off. In fact, almost all of our Ds are in the exact same spot. What about a regular 1975 Denver Mint coin? Well, because they made $402 million there, more than twice as many as at Philly, they're not as valuable even in the best of shape. Auction record is $750, and the best Mint State 67 that PCGS has graded, they say is worth about $750 also. What about this no mint mark on the front business? Let's take a look at item that's for sale on eBay. But be careful on eBay to make sure that you do get coins that are certified by PCGS or NGC or one of the other certifying agencies. This is one that's on eBay. It's $1,000 1975 no mint mark rear nickel. Not sure exactly what that means. I think what they're saying is there's no mint mark on the front and no mint mark on the back. We know that for 1975, the Philadelphia Mint didn't have a mint mark on the front or the back. And then when you go over here, you see that it's ungraded and uncertified. And that's because this is just a regular Philadelphia nickel that has absolutely nothing special to it. But somebody might not know that they don't have mint marks on the front or the back of the Philadelphia nickels from 1975 and might buy this or might think that this is worth some money, which it's not. Okay, so you see there's no mint mark on this coin either. And in fact, the mint marks didn't come out again until 1980. So here's a 1980 with the P mint mark. And the last P mint mark on a nickel was this one here, the 1945. And we can see in 1945, the P is way up here. And this coin looks awful, but it's worth a few dollars. And why is that? Because in 1945, if they had the mint mark on the back up above, that meant this is a silver nickel, a 40% silver nickel. So this one's worth a couple bucks. But after 1945, no mint marks at all on the U.S. Philadelphia nickels until 1980. And then he also made it at one other mint, but those were the proof coins. And we don't have one of those, so I'm going to show you one of those from the Professional Coin Grading Service online. And this is that 1975S nickel. We don't have a copy of it, but they've got some really good ones on PCGS. And so you can look at it and see right here that it is a proof 70 deep cam. You can see the auction record is 5650, but even though the auction record is 5650, make sure you go down here and look what the present price is. And you see the present price for Deep Cameo 1975S is $1,800. And of course, all of these are going to have full steps. Let's take a look at those full steps on there. They're not great, but they do go all the way across, and you can see all of them. So these are relatively hard to get, but there are plenty of them out there. We also see that there are 85 of these. With 85, you almost never find a coin that still goes for $1,800, but people want these coins. So if you find a really good one, if you can get up to proof 670, you got some money. But look at what proof 69 is, $15. So the difference between the two is incredibly huge. And $15 is going to mean you're going to owe them money, even if you sold it for $15, because it's going to cost you between $30 and $50 to get it certified. All right, let's get back to our coins. Okay, so that's what the San Francisco Mint coin looks like. The auction record for the one with the S on it, the proof coin, at a proof 70 is $5,640. But as you saw online, the current value is somewhere around $1,800. Still a great price and still a great coin, but you have to get it in a proof 70 for it to be of any value at all. All right, well, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.